Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 25, the last episode of the 2021 Duels Fall Open. I am Delphius. How's it going? I think this is number 7. I hope it is. And let me get old Tosh on the horn here. And I did some level checking. It should be okay, but let me know in the chat if anybody's a little loud or not. I think I got the scoreboard set up correctly. Is this episode 7? I hope it is. Alright, giving old Tosh a call here. So, we have a few straggler kind of episodes getting through the stages, but mostly it's going to be against Sasha today once we finally get up to stage 6, and we will just have to wait and find out if anybody actually beats Sasha and continues on to fight Mishi. This is on the previous patch. And so keep that in mind. Hey, there's Tosh. What's up, dude?
Alright.
Hey, there we go. Okay, cool. So, Gent told me that one of the first game of the Stage 2 with Lupus got lost. And so on the website it said he had 3 lives, and he lost that game. So now I'm assuming he's down to 2 lives.
Alright.
And that's where we'll start things off. Yeah, against Goris, so...
That's Stage 2 Lupus.
Yep, Stage 2 Lupus versus Goris, and then... As a refresher, if you float, was it 1,000 food, you win the game.
And I remember Goris has been pretty good at that.
Yeah, Goris kind of got it figured out. So, and then also you can't sell anything to make it a little more difficult. So yeah, we'll start with Lupus. I kind of like to do this just following people's runs. So I wanted to confirm with Gents that Lupus is on 2 lives here. I think that's the case because again on the website it says 3. He lost the first one, so that's my story. Are you ready to go through Lupus's matches here?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, stage 2, Lupus. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, in the bottom, we got Lupus, and to the right, Goris. Now, they did get a ban each. I'm not sure what they were. Generally, Goris always just bans owls here.
Do they? I can't remember that rule.
Yeah, I think they each get a ban on this stage. So I do know Owl was most likely banned. Not sure what the other band was. Maybe Chameleons? We don't see them here.
Yeah, they
or maybe Mole, actually.
And those are banned for both.
Right.
Okay. So, Squirrel Lizard, Falcon Skunk Snake Machine Gun, Squirrel Lizard, Skunk Snake.
Yeah, I like the boar, but the tier 3 in this,
I don't know if yeah, I can't remember if he did that before.
Yeah, I think one game Goris did get it, but one thing I thought was interesting is once you commit to that tier 3 Warren, you can never sell it off, you know. A lot of times, you get the boar, and then, alright, the boar dies, you just sell the Warren and move on with your life, but can't do that if you decide to stick with that tier 3, so... Also kind of a smaller map here, which... may make it a little bit more difficult to get to that 1,000 food.
Well, long way around. Or put themselves at a serious disadvantage.
Yeah, both players just trying to macro up right now. Lupus actually going super greedy on farms. No Warrens just yet. Looks like Goris is just going to follow suit, though. Does have a lizard.
Yeah, Goris already has a lizard. He can just start attacking. He can pick off 3 farms here. Well, he could if he went the right.
Yeah, and you can't sell either. Oh my god.
So
one farm. Okay, 2 farms go down.
I think he's going to come up and start shooting. But that's still 2. And honestly, what's the maths on the lizard-pig matchup? I think 1 lizard does kill 1 pig.
Yeah, I think if you can get the right angle to where only 1 pig is firing at it, you can win that with the lizard. So nice start here for Goris, but I think Lupus is still kind of okay. Just kind of need to let this one develop a little bit further.
Oh, and a reminder for anyone who's forgotten, this is
You're kind of cutting in and out a little bit.
skunks have like slightly less range.
Oh yeah, this is the previous patch.
And yeah, and most importantly, the mills don't have. The mills have a lot more health and a lot tankier. It might not come in handy this game, but one of the others I expect it will.
Lots and lots of lizards being thrown down for both sides. Both players just trying to get up to that 8-farm economy on the second base. And it's about a minute if you have 16 farms to hit that 1,000 food. And Goris is already on his way up there, 300 food in the bank.
Lizards, which is giving him a good food health star. Yeah. Yeah, and he's also ahead on farm, so Lupus really needs to get some serious damage done.
Yeah, selling's not allowed, Kerpa, in this stage. So no selling. And this is a good way to stop your opponent from actually hitting that 1,000 food, just forcing an attack, forcing him to rebuild units. But, I mean, look at Goris's bank.
Still at nearly 500. He's still nearly halfway there.
Yeah, that's what I would...
He's not really going down in food. He's holding fairly steady.
Yeah, and it looks like
lost the farm, but
Lupus is in the same boat, but he's just like 300 food behind, you know?
Yeah. Like, Goris has the defender's advantage, and with this water, the reinforcements are really slow.
And it's probably hard for Lupus to read this, because if I'm Lupus, I'm thinking, okay, well, we were trading pretty evenly. He's probably got about the same amount of food as I do. But yeah, nice attack there from Goris.
That's probably...
Oh, man, Goris setting up the 700 food
drastic
here.
And urgent. Yeah, he's not going to have time for these skunks to come up.
Ooh, Goris is...
He needs to get some lizards dead, or there's just going to be too many. He's just going to get to 1,000.
Okay, he does trade very nicely here, but this isn't going to stop Goris from ticking up.
He's still going up in food. He's only got 100 left. He needs to go in now and cause some serious havoc.
You almost don't even want to kill the Warrens, right? Like, you need them to spend food. Oh, man, I think Goris is going to get there.
You need him spending food. You need to pick up blizzards of farms, then Goris is about to hit it.
That's it. Goris, gonna take it. Surrenders out.
Continues his streak. I think he's probably going to end up as one of the highest, as the highest kill count. Maybe Sasha will beat him, but Sasha has, fewer people are going to reach Sasha to begin with, so...
That's true. Alright, so I think that means Goris is down to 1 life here. Oh, wait. Stage 3, it would be against...
Okay, so you said game 1 of that got lost?
Yeah. So, stage 3 was at Kalaru?
So Goris won the first game.
Right.
So, yeah, stage 3 is Kalaru.
And this is where there's a whole bunch of bans that both players kind of had to deal with beforehand in like a little mini game. So, but other than that, it's going to be a pretty straightforward match. Just keep in mind that a lot of units were banned going into this. Unfortunately, I don't have that list in front of me. But yeah, I assume Lupus here is down to 1 life because the website said 3.
They're all in sets. So it's set A is Lizard Fox, set B is Molcam, set C is Toad Mine, set D is Ferret RT, and set E is Owlwolf. You know what? Did Gent send you the bans?
He did not this time around, unfortunately.
Well, I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it should be pretty obvious. So this match will be, again, more of like a regular match. Just keep in mind a lot of units are banned out. So you ready to go into stage 3, Lupus?
Yep.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, and again, I'm thinking this is Lupus's last life, so really needs a win here up in the top.
You can't stop during a countdown.
What's that?
You can't stop in a countdown.
Oh, I didn't. We might have Discord issues, man. Because maybe I cut out for you. I think you've cut out a few times for me, too. Sorry, yeah, I'm like 22 seconds in.
Yeah, me too.
The stream can't confirm I did say 3, 2, 1, go. But yeah, I've heard you cut out a few times, too. But that's all right. We'll power through it. Kalaru with some ferrets here and a boar.
I only heard the 2.
Oh
which is
no.
the least convenient number to hear.
Right. If it was the one, then maybe you can make something happen. So, um, map looks okay. If it's a two base game, which most games are. If it does continue on, the map will start favoring Lupus. But I think Kalaru has the tools to make this a two base game. He's got the boar. He could even start pushing out, I guess, with some ferret turret if that's what he decided to do here. I'm curious if the lizard fox was banned out from Lupus.
It's difficult. It could be a good ferret map because Lupus is sort of encouraged to expand forwards,
Right.
which means the ferrets will have an easier time poking. They'll do well at knocking down the machine guns as well. They'll neutralize those pretty effectively. Kolaru can build backwards, but once he's taken this base on his high ground, he's really going to struggle for expansion. So he can't take it to a 3-base game.
Yeah. And I think Kalaru does have some tools to try to end it at two bases, like the boar, or his territory is stretching out into the middle high ground here, so maybe he can start like a ferret push, as you were saying, if Lupus keeps getting more and more forward. But Lupus gonna start out with some early skunks here. Oh, look at this, Kalaru! Gonna put his foot down here in the middle of the map.
Lupus is going for tier 2, so he'll probably be able to get away with it. He'll need to get the machine guns down pretty quickly.
Yeah, and Kalaru has the machine guns as well, so that looks like what Kalaru's saving up for. Here we go. Couple turrets already coming down. The old classic box them in.
Stop these, but I don't. Yeah, I would recommend it. He should lose to the lizards. All right, now this makes the ferrets really strong if you can get them up. And now Lupus is the one cornered. Oh, going for snakes instead of ferrets. They serve broadly the same function.
Yeah, the snakes in this patch will be able to poke down those turrets, so kind of makes sense.
Yeah, one of the biggest deals in. The biggest deal is that snakes can hit buildings in this patch.
Lupus trying to find a good angle. Gonna be able to pop down that turret before it finishes.
More damage. Quicker. Yeah, he does get it. The squirrels mostly stay alive, so this is actually really good for Lupus. You can just bring the skunk forward to tank a bit.
First snake on the board here for Kalaru. Should be able to push this back. That pig going down would be very important, but...
Is it in the gas or not? It looks like it's going to survive.
Yeah, it barely lives. That's rough for Lupus.
It can be hard to tell sometimes exactly what tile the machine gun.
Lupus still pushing in, trying to get more damage done. Loses the commander, though.
Oh, commander down. This should give Kolaru the edge.
Yeah, targeting down that snake will be huge.
Yeah, this is all coming down to micro here when it's very similar comps. I wonder if I don't think the skunks are actually good for Lupus right here, since he's against lizards and snakes. There's not a huge amount of tier 1.
Okay, Kalaru trying to seal the deal here, but Lupus fighting back. He's got a single snake, doing a good job poking down the opponent's snake. Ooh, is it gonna die? Nice. Okay. Well, Kalaru's still with a handful of lizards.
Yeah, a lot of them surviving on 1 or 2 HP.
This is really gonna come down to the income, though. Lupus losing that pig there, Kalaru having this extra pig.
Yeah, it's getting away from Lupus, and we're gonna hit the fallow point soon, which is gonna really knock him back.
And if Kalaru can just keep microing the snake pretty well, good surround with these lizards. Looks like a Kalaru victory.
The snake with his snake. He needs to be trading snakes. He's trying to hit the lizards with his snake, and that's a mistake. So it looks like Lupus is on 1 life, isn't he? So this is going to be death.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lupus should be on 1 life here. We can verify that and make sure the other game was a dummy replay.
Because I do not see him getting...
And there it is. Kalaru going to come in and poison down the mill.
Out of this anymore. He's supply blocked on his tier 2. Yeah, that's GG.
Okay, so I think that's a dead Lupus here.
Really bold play by Kolaru to take that really far forward base.
Well, there is another Kolaru versus Lupus game, though.
I'm getting it up, and yeah, it's Kolaru versus Lupus.
Okay.
So what happened with the first?
Maybe
Forest
Lupus
game?
was on 4 lives, and then they already recorded that he went down to 3? I'm not sure.
Maybe. So now he'll be on 1. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go with that.
yeah, I agree, because otherwise that wouldn't be a real replay, right? Okay, so you want to get into game 2 here? Stage 3?
I'm already in it.
Oh, whoops.
I thought you were.
Yeah, sorry. No, I booted it up just to check on it. I'll open it now.
I'll pause at 34 seconds.
Okay. All right. Sorry, a couple hang-ups here. Everybody in chat or on YouTube. On the left-hand side, Kolaru. Top right, Lupus. Think we're getting it figured out, though. I'm going to fast forward to 34 seconds.
Yeah. And I'm noticing some...
All right.
Must have been some different bands. Or maybe even no bands.
All right, I'm good.
You there?
Yeah. I'm at 40 now.
Okay. 3... Okay.
Yeah, they might have just chose some different units.
Well, there's also... I mean, I think in the bands, if you pick the low number, then...
Oh, yeah, they do change. Yeah, that's right. They do change per game. So, either way, for sure, 100%, this is Lupus's last
and the
life.
Fox come out. So
yeah, cool old BC
it's interesting that Lupus has taken the wolf, but not the owl.
It might have been banned, maybe?
No, because the owl and the wolf are in the same set. So
oh,
if the
true.
Allowed, the owl's allowed.
That's true, that makes sense.
And this was the wolf-owl meta. If there was any deck to pin your last life hopes on, it was the wolf-owl.
Well, let's see what Lupus has in mind with the singular wolf here. Still going to work pretty well with the snakes and the squirrels and whatnot. I'm excited to see if Kolaru can get the fox out. It could be fun to watch him kind of kite the enemy into some mines and stuff like that. But yeah, we're just going to have to wait a little bit on this one and see where it goes. Cheers, brother.
Okay. Cheers.
It's a little early for me to start drinking, unfortunately.
It's a Coke.
Oh, that's so fun.
Sorry to do.
Okay, we got skunks coming out from Kolaru.
For the past like 5 nights, so.
Oh yeah, then they definitely
take one off.
Yeah, that's a smart idea. Skunks coming in, and so far just both players working on their second bases. Map looks fine, I suppose. Like if we dig, oh look at this, quick wolf from Lupus.
Yeah, right down and
oh
quick
yeah, all right, here we go, spicy match.
I don't think either of them scouted the tier 3. They just both.
Okay, Kolaru does see the wolf now, and let's see if Lupus gets the scout on the fox. Okay, does scout the fox, so both players know where they're going, and I kind of favor the wolf here, especially because Lupus has a lot of defense.
Wolf absolutely neutralizes the fox. The fox can't... I mean, the fox has its swift speed completely nullified by the increased wolf speed, and it can't really pick off all the wolf buff.
Right, and I think this is really smart for Lupus, just going mass squirrel. Again, that's pretty good for Fox.
I think it's... Lupus going no tier 2 though, just gonna go all tier 1.
Hey Tosh, you want to hop in that... Do you still have that old, like, TNT casting Discord?
Which one?
The TNT...
TNT casting crew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try hopping on there. Yeah, because
right.
there's a little issues. Sorry about the Discord difficulties, everybody. Maybe this will clean it up.
Wait, wouldn't let me in.
Oh, there you are.
Alright. So, it looks like Kolaru's just doing a base race.
Where is the fox? Oh,
his fox is just sitting on the warren. Kolaru is coming back. That seems like a huge mistake. I think a base race was honestly his best bet. Or at least to try and pull Lupus away.
Oh, he's hoping he can maybe get this kill a lot
Well,
of
maybe,
the...
yeah, maybe I'm eating my words here because the wolf got sort of sandwiched there.
Yeah, those lizards coming back did a nice job. Picking up that mill, extra few bucks.
Oh, still a win.
Yeah, decent attack from Lupus, though. I mean...
Although he did... Yeah, he did get a mill with 2 farms on it. And the fox is really going to struggle with an army full of wolf buff tier 1.
If Kalaru can get his commander up there and target fire down that wolf, though, this is going to be a Kalaru victory.
Well, he needs to move into squirrel range to do that. Oh,
slowly pushing up here.
Now.
Got some mines being placed as well. Perfect minefield to retreat. Lupus's commander is so low. There it goes, it dies.
Is commander gonna die? No, it stays alive at 2. Okay, now it dies.
Alright. Lupus pushing back.
Yeah. Just... Like, the return on investment, like, because the squirrels are so... Like, tier 1 is such a weak unit that the percentage increase you get from the wolf is not particularly big, and that means Kalaru can actually fight on even footing.
Kills the wolf, and that is going to be it. Lupus taps out.
And he gets the wolf. Yeah, that's GG. I didn't think that Kalaru would do it.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised too. Yeah, I think we were desynced a little bit there. Sorry about the kinks, everybody. I think we're working them out, though. Okay, so Kalaru won, so that means Lupus is done. Lupus
should definitely be dead now.
Yeah, this is not... Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a dummy replay. Alright, so Lupus makes it to Kalaru and gets knocked out. So next we will hop into Fleur's game, starting on Boss 3 with Heartseed. Let me just update this scoreboard real quick. And yeah, I think the Discord issues are...
Kalaru.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
No, stage 3, yeah, stage 3 is Kalaru still, not Heartseed. Heartseed stage 4.
Yep. Alright, and how many lives are we on here? Floor? Oh, I'm sorry. Gent, accidentally, we've already streamed the stage 3, so Fleur is on stage 4.
Alright.
And on 4 lives still. Sorry, we're getting everything worked out here.
They're doing pretty well.
Yeah. And Hearts, do you have the website open?
I don't think anyone else. Oh no, Green Biscuit got to QQ with 4 lives, so Fleur de Lis can match the record for furthest gone undamaged if he wins against Heartseed here.
So on stage 4, you're not allowed to burrow, and you can't use any swift units. So no lizard, fox, owl, or wolf.
Yeah.
So this is going to be pretty fun. Floor with all lives ready to roll. Let's see how he does. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. On go. 3, 2, 1, go.
3, 2, 1, go. All right.
In the bottom, we've got Heartseed, and up top, the challenger, Fleur de Lis. All right, no swift units, and no burrowing, which is pretty fun because burrowing is such a core mechanic of the game. You take that away.
Yeah,
you don't appreciate it till it's gone, you know?
Yeah, you have to be so much more careful with your scouting. And it makes the moles a lot more powerful because you have to walk back. If you scout your opponent's base, you see that a fox to get up, and that's probably why Heartseed's taking them. Be curious to see if he can get them to work though.
Okay, map looks. I guess. Well, I mean, Heartseed has a nearby 3 bases, but I always hate being on the low ground like this. You know, with your main.
Yeah, but he won't be on the low ground as soon as he gets an expansion.
True. Floor also has a couple options on attacking in. Looks like this back here on the west side doesn't go anywhere. So it's mostly, honestly, just the one entrance. I mean, I guess he can kind of try to swing in from the east side.
This is the one which I nearly cheated on.
Oh, did you almost burrow?
Yeah, this is the one where I was building the fox, if I remember right, when I wasn't supposed to.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was pretty funny. But Ted, hey,
like, Heartseed surrendered a second before it came out.
Yeah. All right, let's see how this one unfolds. And yeah, Fleur's sitting pretty here. I mean, 4 lives. You know, you got to be comfortable. You're going to advance on no matter what.
I think that the balloons here.
What's up? You cut out again.
If he takes I mean, he can take his 3 bases and he can get a balloon wall set up sort of around where this cabin is.
Yeah.
Am I cutting out?
Yeah, a little bit, but
okay. Well, I'm just saying that if Heartsy gets a balloon wall going around where the cabin is, sort of maybe just ahead where the bridge is, he can basically stop. I think stop any real attempt at pushing, unless Fleur is willing to go like all the way around through this tiny one tile around the back.
yeah. Yeah, it'd be cool to see Heartseed utilize some balloons on this
Gives
map.
Heartseed 3 mils to work with, and Fleur de Lis is using 4 tier 2s, which I mean balloons are really good at sniping
Oh
tier
no.
2s. Yeah, they are both players just running into the wall for you.
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
this is the stream of a million issues.
Well, at
Apparently.
least this one definitely isn't our fault.
Yeah,
In
I
fact-
think sometimes old patch replays will desync like this. It's a reason I kind of stopped doing them when I was doing the feast a lot, and people would send in old replays. It's just because you can get desync issues. So, unfortunately, we will never know who won that one. I exited it. Let's go into
Yeah.
game 2. If game 2 is a dummy
We have-
replay, then we know that Floor won, right?
Yes.
Okay, you ready to launch it?
Yeah. Do you want to do the countdown?
Yep. 3, 2, 1, go. Sorry, everybody. This is the stream of a million issues. Okay.
Okay, so Fleur did lose a life.
Yep. So Fleur must have ended up losing that game somehow. We just need to make up an epic tale of what happened in that game. Your Heartseed ended up pushing in with the ferrets and the balloons.
Yeah.
Cornered Fleur, leveraged that extra mill that he got. That's what happened.
Yeah. I'm gonna choose to believe that Heartseed got some proxy moles down and
Yeah.
sniped the. Did an old fashioned like mole behind the back play while his bases were getting destroyed.
It's a
And
choose
came-
your own
came
adventure
back
there.
down to the wire, but the moles destroyed the last mill as Heartseed's mill was on its last legs. That's how I'm gonna.
I like your explanation. So shorter map here and
imagine it happened.
kind of an odd one. I mean, Heartseed's got the
Looks like you might
expansion
have a rush.
up front. Yeah, 5-farm double out from Heartseed.
Yeah.
I kind of like this mill from Heartseed out up front. Good staging point
Yeah,
for a balloon.
With his ferrets and the way I assume he wants to be playing with his deck, he can, if he takes this and gets a ferret, gets a forward balloon, he can poke quite comfortably with the ferrets.
All right. Well, it looks like the
Might be a
rush
bit
is not
hard for
going to
him to-
happen.
Secure a third base.
Well, Heartseed could maybe take
Yeah,
this 3 o'clock, but the mill
Yeah, well,
layout on this map is pretty wonky in general. Fleur
I
even
think this top corner one is Heartseed's third.
Yeah. Fleur snagging that 6 o'clock, maybe trying to give Heartseed some bad information. If Heartseed
Yeah.
comes in and quickly scouts, is going to assume this more like 7 o'clock base is the expansion, doesn't see it there. Look at this, Heartseed pedal to the metal here. Bunch of tier 1.
Okay.
Even go
Heartseed
for the
does see
ball.
the mines, so he knows that he's moving into them. And he could have a decent mole timing here, especially if Fleur's going to put 60 food down on this farm.
Yeah, it's very bold from Fleur to farm up during an attack. See if he can hold
let's
it.
See if it pays off. I mean, he is holding.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it's paid off.
Fleur going to push Heartseed back. Throw down some mines, get an extra...
Not a huge loss for Heartseed. Still.
Yeah, I mean, I think the worst thing here is just that his second base is behind. That engage went good enough for Heartseed. I like throwing in a few pigeons. I think that can really help on the front line. Does he know about these mines is the question.
He should do. He saw the last pair. I don't think he saw these ones.
QQ with the sub, thanks, brother. You're the man. Dude, Tickle Bandit stream is so hilarious. It's hard for me to take it seriously just with all the voice to text. I just go over there and just start trolling. You're just asking
Yeah,
for troll
I find
messages.
the voice to text. Yeah.
I have no idea how he can concentrate while those things are constantly going off. Alright, Snake's on the way for Floor. A couple farms on the natural. Heartseed trying to farm up too. But overall, I think Floor's a little bit ahead this game, huh?
The farm down first, he's now farm ahead. He's definitely... I mean, it's not insurmountable for Heartseed by any means.
No.
But
Let's see how this attack plays out. I mean, I do agree with you. I think Heartseed is still kind of okay at this point, but...
he is starting to slip.
The problem is
Yeah.
Heartseed's playing with incomplete information. Doesn't know about that expansion.
Does he not?
Hasn't
Oh,
technically
no, he
scouted
doesn't.
it.
He hasn't seen it.
Yeah. So he probably thinks that he's ahead right now with this couple farms.
He doesn't know how many farms are on it. There are 4 farms down there, and the two farms are going to start adding up. But these snakes get way too far ahead. Oh my god, they try and snipe the falcons, and this is a huge win for Heartseed.
Yeah,
be careful to not overextend.
Those moles did a good job on the front lines, soaking up the mine hits, keeping the squirrels alive. And these pigeons have really been the MVP here, keeping these falcons alive.
The squirrels can't do enough damage to actually kill the falcons.
Alright, Heartseed gonna back up for now, and... this is so weird for Heartseed, because if I'm Heartseed, I'm not gonna build more farms, right? Because I'm like, my enemy's on one base. He's running out of money.
He might have figured out, just from the numbers, that Fleur has a base, but...
Should see it now.
Fringe case.
Yeah. If he goes a little bit deeper, he'll know for sure. Yeah, now he's got to know seeing that warrant.
Getting some decent value, but not decent enough, and it gets picked off, it slips into the water, and now I think this is going to be GG.
Yeah. Heartseed finally sees that base, but good composition here from Heartseed.
Just doesn't have enough warrants.
The squirrel, mole, falcon, pigeon actually did very, very well.
Yeah, so Heartseed halves Fleur's life.
Nicely done there by Heartseed, dropping Fleur down to 2 lives, but Fleur will truck on to the next stage here.
So Green Biscuit gets to keep his record. And we move on to stage 5, which is QQ. Mr. Text-to-Voice.
Yeah. Alright, QQ. Alright, so this is the crazy free-for-all one, where you've got to deal with the...
I think QQ's stage in this is my favorite.
Yeah?
With the custom map. It's definitely my favorite one.
I think it's really cool. It's got to be the most innovative for sure. And it's been fun watching people kind of slowly figure it out. Like, hey, if I build some snakes, I can tag down that boar warren before it spawns and all that kind of stuff. Boss number 5 here, yeah. Unfortunately, this one does tend to desync as well, so hopefully we won't have issues. But are you ready to hop into stage 5 here?
Yeah, according to Sasha, or at least, yeah. I'm ready when you are.
All right,
3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
Okay, so Sasha was the first one to point this out to me, but if you just... This is not... Hang on. Did I click on the right game?
Oh. You want to reload them?
Okay, I clicked on the wrong game, apparently. What time you at?
3407? I'm right at the beginning. I'm at 3415 now.
Yeah, me too. We seem to have synced up. Okay, so yeah, the way to do this is to just build like try and get enough lizards together that you can, or some squirrels or whatever, that you can push through the wire and the balloons and snipe that boar warren, because the constant boar spawns are really what's gonna cause you havoc, because the
boars here from both sides.
It just waddles its way up to your mill.
Yeah.
And blows up. Yeah,
that seems to be the big turning point of the AI's aggression in this match, is when that boar gets in and really starts messing up your expansion down there. And then you also have the question of, Do I expand towards my actual player enemy or my AI opponent? QQ gonna come in here with some lizards, snag a
Yeah, he's
Warren,
gonna
it
get.
looks like.
Gonna snipe a Warren, probably snipe a pig as well.
Yeah, Floor
He should
really
be able
just
to get this
powering
double
up.
pig.
Oh, QQ went for like a 4-farm triple.
He's
Okay.
losing quite a decent number. Well, he's losing more lizards than he probably had to. Oh, yeah. I mean, this could just wipe out Fleur.
Yeah, QQ about to kill the
is,
natural, but now he's diving in on the pigs again. Alright,
I get why he was sort of hanging back. He probably wanted to wait till he had more lizards, but the problem with the 4-farm triple is that you get supply blocked.
Okay, well,
And
it looks like...
all that, Fleur still has double...
Yeah, Fleur's economy is very, very good right now compared to QQ's.
QQ's economy.
Put up a lot of units here, really delayed his farms. Coming in again.
Yeah. And it looks like he's just focusing down the pig. He should be able to take a win here.
Yeah, that was very nice for QQ. He needed that.
I think Fleur got the sell on one of those farms, though. Like, building one. I couldn't quite make it out.
Well, now we're going to stabilize a bit. QQ getting up to 8 farms. And yeah, now the attention really needs to be focused on that enemy boar that's going to be coming out before you know it. From the AI's bases. CPU over here. Actually, this Archimedes harassment might do some real damage here.
I mean, yeah. Well, no, the lizards aren't going to focus. They're going to try and go for the mill. And mill, I mean, that's now a pretty useless expansion. Depends how much time he gets to heal, I suppose. But
the bellified AI also being a pain in the butt for Floor over on the right-hand side of the map. Gonna maybe kill a pig, yeah. We don't see snakes coming out from Floor just yet to deal with that boar. QQ grabbing that center mill and putting down a turret to stop Archimedes for now. But again, what I'm really curious about is when these boars actually spawn for the AI here. That's where things are gonna get dicey. And the ferrets, too, from the AI seem really brutal. Squirrels pushing in again for Bellified. And the turret's going down to deal with this.
Okay, here comes a ball for Archimedes.
Uh-oh. Oh! Good call. Alright.
That's a dead mill. Need some dead Warrens as well. And, like, this is bad for QQ. Oh, the ball's going back. I've never seen this before.
Oh, and the boar's coming out for Bellified as well on the right side of the map. I gotta kind of zoom out and show all the action at once. Oh my gosh.
But, I mean, QQ trying to get that badger going. Oh, and now Fleur is going for QQ as well.
Yeah, QQ getting sandwich in. Fleur knows he's just got to live long enough to kill QQ.
This might be a mistake for Fleur, though.
Oh, but this boar should die.
He's only got one Warren, 1 mil. Oh my god, both of them only have 1 mil. QQ sells the badger. Is going to get some snakes.
Oh my gosh.
They're going to come out.
That is it.
Did you get one snake enough? Oh my god, Fleur died. Yeah, Bellified killed Fleur before Archimedes killed QQ. That was hard, trying to keep your eye on both of those.
Yeah, for real. Okay, but Floor's still got 1 life left here.
Saved by the AI.
Jeez. That is a really fun stage for sure. Okay, are you ready to hop into stage 5, game 2?
Yeah, I love this one.
Alright, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, I think this is my favorite of the boss stages. I haven't seen the extra stage yet, but I think this one is just the most fun. It was certainly my favorite to play.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see more of this. I mean, I know it's a lot of work. Shout out to old Premium Bo for putting this map together, but it would almost be cool to see like a whole tournament with maps like this, you know? Just crazy. It's almost like use map settings of like StarCraft from back in the day.
Tournament. Yeah, with this rule set. Yeah, because what would you do? You just do it like every win against the AI, or no, every time you were the last one standing, you'd get a point or something.
I think you would just need like maybe a couple more kind of cool idea maps like this.
Yeah. And then maybe you can have it be, you know, the sort of the golden snitch, have like 15 points or
Yeah, if you actually like kill the if you're the last man standing.
something for
Yeah.
killing all the AI as well.
Yeah, yeah. That'd
Yeah,
be
because
fun.
I don't think we've seen anyone actually. No one has actually managed to destroy one of the AIs yet.
Not as fast of aggression this game. Looks like players are both kind of powering up a little bit. Some lizards on the way for QQ, but to be expected. And again, you know, it really seems to come down to how do you deal with that enemy boar. So QQ pushing in, the turret will be done in
Fleur is
time.
being greedy again. He's at least got a machine gun coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm Fleur, I'd probably be looking to get out some quick snakes. I think both sides need to consider the quick snakes to try to get in there and knock down the balloons, kill the Warren, or even if you can't kill the Warren, just be able to kill the boar pretty quickly when it spawns.
Snakes are really good against AI just because of the way the AI micros, which is to say
it doesn't really tend to...
You can really abuse the snake tag.
Yeah.
And he's taking your advice. He's going for some snakes. First Warren.
These lizards probably going to kill the mill.
Yeah, it might be worth just conceding it though.
Yeah.
But he might be able to get it back even.
And
like just for tanking purposes.
Looks like Archimedes is throwing down a badger here.
Oh. That's it.
Lots of turrets from both sides so far. These lizards running into the turrets and dying as Fleur hope. Good job from Fleur scouting that QQ does have that center mill, which oftentimes can win the game just from being able to hold in. QQ actually going to get an artillery cannon. Throw down a lot of mines. And I'm still mostly watching to see when this boar spawns.
That is a large minefield from QQ.
Just running around with these lizards at the moment. Is QQ going to secure this middle campfire? And...
which is actually quite... And he's taking the campfire. Oh, if he picks off these snakes with his lizards.
Oh, no! Yeah, I really like putting the turrets there, too.
Water, but he does get them. At least one.
Yeah, one snake will slither away. Still watching for these boar spawns. Should be pretty soon. Yeah. I wonder if throwing down the badger is going to delay that boar from Archimedes, because I think he does actually have to pay for it.
But now there's a central... This is looking really good for QQ, I think. He's got really nice positioning.
Yeah, that minefield should be able to chunk down that boar pretty quickly. Here's the boar from both sides. They are in now.
Has someone done the maths? How many mines does it take to kill a boar? Although, Archimedes is coming with boar, badger, and the lizards. The 200 IQ strat from Archimedes. Just throw his lizards in first.
Yeah, clear the mines. Here we go.
Do some Soviet style.
But yeah, without any sort of micro, as you were saying earlier, the
badger isn't doing much damage. It has to be dead.
QQ handled it, but meanwhile, Bellified's moving in with his boar push.
Yeah.
And where are the snakes?
Machine guns. They are the snakes. They got some good tags, but the boar bomb is still going to cause some havoc.
Oh, these ferrets, man.
Well, no, everything that I hit was basically already dead. That's a lot of lizards from Fleur. I've only just noticed.
Yeah, both Fleur and QQ getting getting a little bit of a
He's just going to rush the mill. He is. He's just going to rush the mills. Well, he can't realistically move into all of these defenses.
Yeah, even if he kills these mills, he's going to have to eventually kill that campfire.
Killing the mills, he needs to make sure to finish that one off.
Meanwhile...
And now, Archimedes just attacking with gunks.
Bellified absolutely destroying Fleur's base, though, at home.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't think Fleur's
Okay,
gonna have
well,
the
it's only one
firepower
mil down.
to break that middle
Yeah,
area.
Fleur is in trouble. He does have double the eco, technically, but
Oh,
there's
yeah.
so many defenses for QQ, he can just turtle.
Archimedes with double badgers slamming through QQ's main base, but yeah,
Archimedes is actually attacking Fleur now.
yeah, he walked those skunks all the way over.
And he's actually killing a lot of pig.
Oh my gosh. The badgers are here.
This side, the Badgers comes in the other. This is horrible for Fleur.
And the boar
The ball
moving
comes
in.
back, and it's just lizards to try and fight it.
Look at that target fire on the mill.
That mill is dead.
That is
And
a dead
so is
Fleur. GG. All right.
I don't know why Archimedes suddenly decided to do that. Like, QQ still had a mill there. He still had that corner.
So I think that brings us to Tataka next, but give me 1 second.
Yeah,
I'm going to grab a
it's
drink real quick.
An odd quirk of the AI. They usually don't. Alright. What time is it? I still got at least 15 minutes.
Okay, yeah, I'll be back in just a second. We'll hop in this Tataka match. BRB.
Okay, well, it's been interesting. Yeah, like, usually the AI is just so dumb it will just hit the thing in front of it, which means I expect I have no idea why it decided to walk past it, but who can ever really figure out what the AI is thinking? The unpredictability of the AI is a large part of what makes that level so much fun.
Alright, now I'm back. Okay, so we're on Tataka now. And this is stage 5 again, so let's see how Tataka can deal with this. How many lives is Tataka at?
Only 2. QQ could wipe him out. Out here.
Alright, 2 lives for Tataka. Ready to hop into this one?
3, 2, 1, go.
Alright. Over on the left, we've got QQ, and in the bottom, Tataka. Very similar, actually the exact same deck. Look at this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tanker must have seen some of QQ's, because QQ's been running this deck since, I think, the first week, like the first time you casted him.
Right.
So Tatanka must have scouted it out and seen something he liked.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever seen someone get out the tier 3s, so I wouldn't go for the Badger, but...
Yeah, the Badger's kind of interesting here. I mean, maybe if you wanted to go for the Golden Snitch challenge, as you were saying, of like destroying the opponent, I don't know, maybe mass a bunch of Badgers or something.
Yeah.
But it does seem odd, especially since you know your opponent will probably get snakes to deal with the boar push. But
I mean, it can, if you did get it out, then it's got the potential to really destroy the AI quite efficiently, because again, the AI is never going to focus a Badger down.
Right. It really seems like the way to win this map, though, is to take that middle campfire, throw a bunch of defense around it, and just hold the door until your opponent dies. Oh, Tataka and chat said they were just hanging out in voice and decided to use the same deck. All right.
Okay.
Gotta let this one breathe a little bit longer. Looks like QQ is gonna go ahead and farm up that expansion closer to Bellified. Tataka getting some lizards at the moment.
Like tankers. QQ's coming over, but has to retreat.
Yeah, gonna bait Tataka into that mine, but no big deal there.
Use the tanker into the mines. Well, mine. If the green CPU hits 180, is he going to start building the bore?
I think that's how it works. It's either that or it just spawns at a certain time.
Yeah. I was wondering because he'd almost rushed it out just by not putting farms down. He was at 160.
Well, he's at 16 farms now, so it should be starting pretty soon.
I think it's just something the AI does is to put down farms.
No snake. Okay, Tatanka does have snakes on the way.
It would totally be like in their interest to just rush up to the bore. If I had the AI's position, that's what I'd do.
Yeah. And Tatanka does see that QQ did take the center mill. He's going to try to contest this.
Bellified nearly takes down QQ's mill with one squirrel.
I missed that. No, that's funny though. Okay. Another boar warren on the way here for the quartermaster. Oh, I don't see it. That's weird. Maybe that's just because he gets the free boar. I don't know.
An artillery coming down for Tatanka. You don't see the RT?
I do see the RT. I don't see the second boar warren of the CPU. Oh, there it is. I do see it in the back. Okay, so the boar is here for quartermaster. No boar yet for Bellified.
Another thing that makes the AI hard to deal with is it's really hard. It's basically impossible to get a decent scout off on them with all the balloons and the wire.
Yeah. And they're just so random with like what they throw at you. The squirrels do take down this base. QQ gonna clean that up with some lizards, but definitely some big damage there. Tataka getting ready for this boar push.
Yeah, this does not look good for QQ. I mean, it could flip, but he's struggling.
I think the replay might be a little desynced.
Yeah, because the commanders are nowhere near where they units are.
Yeah, this has been the stream of 1,000 problems today.
And most of them aren't our fault.
That's true. All right, well, we might need
lead in. Yeah, this is desynced. Oh no, was the tanker like deliberately not attacking that mill? No, he couldn't have been because well, he could have, I suppose. He could have been holding down the rally button away from it.
I don't know, man. It looks a little wonky, but let's see what happens.
It also looks like QQ is about to die. He's only got one base. I mean, he's still got the middle one, which he's putting an RT on.
Tataka informing us this is officially fake news. All right, Tataka, did you win or lose this game?
Which part? The desync or?
The desync, yeah. Yeah, no, he's saying it's nonsense. Now I'm curious, though, what's going to happen in the desynced replay. We just have these boars walking around everywhere.
Well, the commanders for Tatanka and QQ are still moving, so they're still, like, commanding their units. So, what...
Yeah, but, like, look at Archimedes.
Over?
I don't know, man. Alright, Tataka.
I'm very curious what's going to happen now.
Yeah, I just kind of want to see the end of this.
Is one of them already dead?
Yeah, something's just a little bit
already
off.
Dead or something?
No, QQ's still got the middle.
Yeah, but... Like, what part is the... Let's see if Archimedes can survive this ball. He's not targeting the ball, which is odd. All the ferrets. He's deliberately letting his bases be destroyed, which is a unique.
Hopper is just trying to get out of this game. Just running over here in the corner.
Strategy. Bellified is just leaving his squirrel mob.
Okay, this replay is Dungeon Rings.
Yeah, this is kind of busted. Hopper immediately running back into the same wall.
Yeah, I like watching that. It's somehow satisfying.
I imagine the tanker won this Can we get a confirmation?
Well, Tatanka's dead now.
I won by this point, Tatanka says.
Spoiler alert, Tatanka won. Okay, that's what we need to know. Thank you. Alright, so that means we finally made it.
Game 1, wasn't it? So
yeah, that was game 1.
Still on 2 lives.
2 lives, yep. So we're going to go to stage 6 Tatanka. And then we might wait until bonus if Tatanka does come out on top. Kind of go through some of the other matches. Alright.
Well, then I think who's left at that point? Because aren't Lupus and Fleur both dead? So it's just my game for stage 6.
It's you and
you to...
Tander Draco.
Oh, yeah, Tander Draco.
I think that's it. And then whatever extra stages we have. You only have time for like one more?
We have time to do maybe one more.
Okay.
So I think if we go straight into Tatanka.
Okay, so real quick, just a recap on how this one works. You gotta beat the final boss twice. It is Sasha. Theme limited decks. So you can only pick a strong unit once for the entire series. So you got 10 strong units here. So once you've picked one of these, you can't use it again for the series. So the players have to decide when and where they want to use the quote-unquote good units for the match. So we got Tataka with 2 lives going in against Sasha, who kind of technically also has 2 lives. You gotta beat them twice. So are you ready to go in?
Yep.
All right, let's get into the game.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So in the bottom right, we have Sasha, and up top, Tatanka. And
all right, so we got the Toad Pigeon Mole from Sasha, saving the Squizzard.
Yeah, the only strong unit Sasha has decided to take this time is the Boar. Everything else are kind of freebies. Meanwhile, Tatanka going ahead and using the Lizard and Cam. Okay.
The Toad is one use as well.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Snakes are not. Because I think this was supposed to be like the strong units were based on the current patch that we have now. Because Gent thought it was arriving slightly earlier.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
And that we'd be playing on it. So that means that the snakes are kind of the strongest unit you get to reuse. So
to me, this seems like Sasha would be fine losing this game. Like, this is Sasha's kind of throwaway deck, right? And, hey, if you win, then fantastic, but if you lose, that's all right. She's pocketing a lot of the strong units for later on in the series. Gonna open up with snakes, though. 7 farm snake, nonetheless, with some pigeons. So this is a very old-school thing. Mishi used to do this a lot way, way back in the day. Let's see how Sasha can deal with it. Meanwhile, Tatanka did scout it and is also getting some snakes, but also a quick mill. So the snake's going to be pretty far behind here for Tataka.
Alright, yep. Not seen pigeon snake. I don't know if it will... Oh, Sasha's also got the moles up. And he's going to get the farm. Tatanka manages to sell it for 1.
Oof. Nice victor there for Sasha. Tatanka throwing down some more tier 1. Gonna requeue that farm.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Hello.
And Sasha moving in with some snake pigeon here. The snake's gonna be able to pick up that mine and heal up no problem. But who's gonna win the snake war? Maybe Sasha's snake? Because of healing? No.
Ooh. No, the pigeons can't out-heal that many stacks.
And that was actually smart from Sasha. She tried to get up and get some poison stacks on the pigs, knowing that they were going to lose the snakes there.
And the snakes right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to have to be my last game.
Yeah, no worries.
Shame. I was hoping we'd get to do all of them, but never mind.
All right, let's see. So far, I think the trades have favored Sasha a little bit, but unfortunately for them, Tatanka's a bit ahead on economy. So I'm curious if Sasha is going to go for a second base or just try to one base all in here. Does have a decent amount of toads built up. Gonna move forward. Yeah, there's that mill, just in case this doesn't work. Can come home and build some farms. Yeah, Sasha's really going for it.
Okay, yeah, here we come with the toads. We're gonna hit a mine, but shouldn't be a big deal.
Pigeons helping heal in the front line. Sasha just can't lose the commander. The commander does go down. That's gonna allow Tataka to clean up all these units.
One dead pig, but definitely a big win for Tataka.
Alright, now Tataka can sell off some of those MGs, build some more farms. And this is looking rough for Sasha, but again, I feel like this was a bit of a throwaway deck from her. She's gonna, you know, be able to kind of get into that second game, get the powerful composition.
Really care.
Yeah, you lose the toads and the boars, and that's it.
Lose this one.
Yeah.
You kind of expect to lose a game you take no squirrels or lizards on.
Exactly. Alright, Tataka trying to get the right angle for the engagement here. Decides not to push the issue, though. Just go home and keep macroing up.
That said, if there was one game you wanted to take just toad...
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense here.
It's going to be the one where your opponent has taken just lizards.
Yeah.
So she has lucked out a bit there.
Alright, Tataka trying to figure out how to deal the killing blow here.
Sasha has managed to get up to 8 farms on her second base.
Oh, true. Yeah, yeah.
A slight map advantage to Tataka, I think, here, because he's got this really close 4th mill, where
yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be hard for...
is by the campfire, which Tataka can sneak through anyway.
Bork going down here for Sasha, but Sasha knows about the snakes on the opponent's side, but I guess the pigeons do help.
By the cabin, you can't, like the cabin on the left, you can't actually get through there, I don't think. It's kind of hard to make it out on the mini-map.
Oh, yeah, that barrel?
Yeah,
yeah, I think that's
blocking
blocked.
it off.
Yeah, I agree.
Which means that Sasha does have a safe 4th. Either. So it should be 4-4. Oh, but Tataka's taken it. Tataka's taken that mill.
I'm kind of surprised this is going to a longer macro game here. It looked like it was kind of ready.
Well, it's kind of hard to push into toads with just lizards.
Yeah. Sees the boar there as well. So maybe the boar will be the trigger to move out for Sasha. And Sasha actually not building a lot of toads here. Mostly just trying to get into higher tech. And when you get that many snakes, I mean...
all of the cam warrens. I mean, a lot of toads would actually be quite... A lot of toads would actually be alright for her. Toads are not bad against cams.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see a big group of toads, but at the same time, I mean, 6 snakes, that's a lot of damage, it's a lot of HP. And looks like Sasha's going to hope that these pigeons can keep these high HP pool units alive.
6 snakes and a boar is, I mean, quite a lot of damage coming out. Okay. Technically, according to the graph, the tanker has the army advantage, though. And, I mean, Sasha is pushing up the high ground, but the pigeons will do a lot to nullify that. Just kiting all of the cams backwards.
Oh my god. This RB is working here for Sasha. Pushing back, still has a lot of snakes alive.
If Sasha manages to win the game where she doesn't take lizards or squirrels, then the tanker is in a really bad spot. And I don't believe you can skip.
What do you mean?
But Sasha is pretty convincingly winning at the moment. And with all these pigeons here, the tanker can't really... Like, it's not like they're even getting whittled down. Like, the battle of attrition is going in Sasha's favour as well. And now she's on the mill. I think this is going to be GG.
Yeah, all these pigeons doing a great job just keeping these high HP units alive here on the front. Sasha pulling back for a moment, really wants to keep alive what she can. That last snake, it's maybe going to get healed through it. Almost.
Okay, well, okay. Now it's just the boar and the pigeons.
And keep in mind, Tataka does have this western base, really give him an extra jump to the
has
income.
a pretty solid eco if he survives.
The board does go down.
Okay, Sasha's going to come back in, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that boar was
fighting in the machine.
Boar was really the cornerstone of the army there, and now without it.
Much.
Oh man, I thought that snake was gonna live.
Right. Now, what does Sasha sell here? I think she goes for another boar, right? No, she's selling the boar.
I don't know. Maybe a lot of
probably. Yeah, I don't know if I would have done that, but Sasha is a much better player than me, so I won't. So I'll assume that she's made the right call.
I think a lot of Toad and Mole might be okay here. I don't know. Yeah, it's tough. Again, it's a really wonky composition that Sasha is piloting here. But it's intentional. She's saving the better units for later. Alright, Tataka pushing in, and this might just be too much.
Yeah, not enough Toads to really get... And Sasha surrenders. That's going to be game 1 for Tataka. And I'm going to have to catch up with how he does on the others on the VOD.
Alright, sounds good, Tosh. Thanks for hanging out while you could.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't stay the whole show.
No worries. Take it easy. Alright. Yeah, apologize for all the issues today. A little bit of Discord issues there with Tosh. A couple desynced replays, but we're getting through it. We're still having fun. Where are we at? Tataka. So Tataka won the first game, but Tataka has to win 2 against Sasha to move on. So let's see if Tataka can actually do it here in the second match. Spawning on the left-hand side, we've got Sasha, and over on the right, Tataka. And both players here rocking the Wolf Owl Snake Skunk. Again, the strongest deck of the previous patch here. So both players kind of weaved their first deck into kind of setting up having the strong deck for game 2. And Tataka just needs a win here and will advance on to fight Mishi with 2 lives left. Well, I think when you get to Mishi, your lives get reset anyways. Yeah, challengers... Okay, so you're going to be at 2 lives when you fight Mishi no matter what. When you hit that stage, if Tataka can manage to move on. So Tataka should be feeling pretty good then. So, because even if Sasha wins here, and Tataka wins the 3rd game, still gets 2 lives going into it. Tataka to scout the cheeky 5-farm double from Sasha right here at the beginning. Gonna try to hold on with just an MG. I think that one will be fine, given that there's only 1 entrance in the main base. And will Sasha sell the lizards, or just gonna keep them and try to get something done with them later? Not the best map to try to harass with lizards on, but anything can happen. Sasha just gonna farm up for now, so maybe a little bit of an early game victory here for Tataka, but no harm, no foul, really. If Sasha can get something done with these lizards, that'd be quite nice. I think, yeah, 6 lizards should be able to just dive on a pig if that's what Sasha decides to do, but no, not gonna trade. Just gonna go home. So Tataka does get to 8 farms, I believe, slightly faster, but again, it's not going to make the biggest difference in the world. Good decision making there from Sasha to just decide to back off, you know, saw the turret, saw a couple squirrels, decided didn't want to risk fumbling a bad trade and getting themselves in a bad position at the beginning. Lots of tier 1 coming out from Tataka though. Sasha did scout it and is going to go for a skunk and back that up with an MG to kind of get there. Tataka, if he was really paying attention, should have seen the lizards kind of moving west of the base. Did Tataka scout the tier 2? He did. Okay, and the game will progress from here. Do keep in mind, this stage is on the previous patch, so this is Wolf Owl composition in its full glory. And Tataka needs to win this match to advance to the extra stage. And to be honest, I don't think anybody's going to get past Sasha. But if there was a player to do it, it would be Tataka. And much like the Premier League Grand Finals, we will again see Tataka versus Mishi. Although with a little bit of weird rules involved this time around. And on the new patch, which would be exciting. So that's why I kind of want to get through all these Sasha stage games first. Because we're on the previous patch, right? And then when we kind of tally everything up and we figure out which challengers actually make it to Mishi, we can move on to the current patch from there. So, we're getting into a macro game here. I think this is generally the way both players want to go about it. At the very least, getting a saturated up second base so they can start that meaty tier 3 production. Good scout there from Tataka, sees exactly what Sasha's up to. Sasha also aware that Tataka is macroing up a second base, so Tataka probably going to come home and keep the macro rolling. And the wolf has been placed down from Tataka. It'll be nice if Sasha can get the scout here, but I think Sasha's mostly going to be looking at that second base. Oh man, just barely. Well, okay, maybe not. Maybe it was further back. But Sasha knew to look for that, right? You saw that scout path was checking the farms on the second base and then trying to check for tier 3. Just couldn't quite get all the way into the base. But Sasha just assumes it's there or decides to place their own wolf worm regardless. And now the wolf owling has begun. Tataka getting that owl going. Lots of turrets as well. I think Sasha can kind of put together what's going on, even if they don't really clearly see it. Especially the lack of farms here. You know Tataka's spending their money elsewhere. And yep, sure enough, Sasha is going into that Wolf Owl build as well. Tataka will have the tier 3 up a bit faster, but it shouldn't be very impactful. Should be of little consequence. Tataka sees exactly what's going on in the base. Sasha's still trying to get this deep scout. Yeah, even looking for a way back that way. These the army placement and turret placement of Tataka has made it very difficult for Sasha to actually get all the way back there. Look at this, 4 owls on the way for Tataka here. And the player's trying to finish up this second base economy. The wolf gonna come over here, buff up these pigs, buff up the warren production when those warrens finish. Actually relocating the wolf after getting a little buff on the pigs over to this other owl warren to get that out as fast as possible. And there does seem to be a little back way through the swamp here to both bases. Sasha's aware of this. And aware, you know, Tataka would most likely like to attack there since that's where all the juicy bacon is. Goes ahead and turrets up. And Sasha begins taking more and more mills on the map. Partially to expand, but I also think to just be aware of expansions from Tataka. And Sasha does decide to initiate here. Gonna push out through the water. And Tataka's economy is getting a little low. Tataka never actually finished up farming the second base. And Sasha's going to move in. The mice going to pull back into the skunk gas. One of the skunks does fall. But this army looks pretty formidable for Tataka. Sasha may be biting off more than they can chew here. As Tataka does have a very significant owl lead at the moment. The trick with this army is to really try to ensure you get that wolf buff on the owls. And get that faster mice production rate. And more of a wolf owl bloodbath. And Tataka ends up winning. Sasha realizes the army's not strong enough there. Taps out. And Tataka will advance to fight Mishi. Okay, so we've got one. We will at least have a Mishi game. That's pretty hype. But I want to go through the rest of these Sasha matches because we're going to change patch when we get to Mishi. So, Tataka makes it through. Now we will go into Tasha's game. And how many life? I think Tasha's down to 1 life. Let me check. Yeah, 1 life for Tosh. So that's a tough decision for Tosh, right? Because, again, the theme with this match is there's a pool of 10 strong units. We can look at that again real quickly. So these are the strong units, quote unquote. So you can only use these once in the series. You got to beat Sasha twice. And Tosh is only on 1 life. So Tosh has got to win 2 times in a row against Sasha, one of the best Tooth and Tail players, and can only pick these units in 1 game each. So gonna have to find out how Tosh wants to peel this onion and see if he can get to the core, which is fighting Mishi in the extra stage. Alright, let's find out. Stage number 6, Tosh versus Sasha. Spawning on the left-hand side, Sasha. And in the bottom, Tosh. So, Sasha actually pulling a decent amount of the good units this time around. Decides to take the Lizard, Falcon, Chameleon, and Boar. Which makes sense, because Sasha knows that she's only got to win once. Tosh only has 1 life here. Meanwhile, Tosh takes a couple. I think this makes sense. He grabs the Lizards and Falcons and the Boar, but everything else does not count as a strong unit and can be used again. So we gotta let this one develop. Tosh actually just gonna go for it. 5 farm double here. Sasha will scout it almost immediately. And Sasha will be able to deal with this just fine. I mean, this is a very defendable main base. Even the single turret will be able to stop the Lizards. At least for now. I think Sasha will want to get at least 1 more in of their own. No, just going to go for double turret. It's a little bit more cost effective. But Tosh actually sells it off. And so the turret approach actually favors Tosh here. Because generally what's risky about that is if you go for a 5 farm double and then you try to change it up and go into 8 farms, well, if your opponent was building Warrens, they can attack you now. But since Sasha defended with the turrets, Tosh is going to feel nice and comfy at the moment. Love this mine right on the bridge, because the unit's AI does tend to favor crossing the bridge over crossing the water. Sasha into straight lizard production at this moment. Tosh with a lot of food. Yeah, going to go into lizard production as well. And is all this pretty boxed off? I mean, there is a little... You can wiggle units around in this area, but it doesn't make much sense for Tosh to do that. Maybe Sasha could try to come in and hit from the side. This 1 mine will be nice for Tosh, but I really think a couple mines there would be ideal. 1 mine's gonna hurt... Gonna kill a lizard, hurt some others. Yeah, doesn't get a ton of damage off. And Sasha coming around the side here. Going to try to attack this mill. Tosh knows the attack is coming, but I don't know if Tosh really has enough lizards. These lizard attacks can be very swingy. It looks like Tosh does have enough here. That mine even going off. Taking out some reinforcements. So, hey, this is not looking bad for Tosh. I don't think Tosh has a significant advantage just yet. It's mostly been just kind of trading blows, but... Didn't take any damage there. Does have a mill lead, which is nice. I'm going to go for the boar. Very bold move here from Tosh. Just have some mines to help kind of turtle up, though. So if Sasha decides to expand, which that looks to be the case, behind a couple turrets, that could be pretty impactful. And also keep in mind, Sasha's had this campfire going for quite some time, and that's huge on 1 base. We don't see campfires as much these days because 2-base play is way more popular, but... I mean, a campfire is like a 12% increase, 8 farms versus 9 farms, which can make a huge difference. But the real story here is the boar, which Sasha has not yet scouted. This is an important scout route for Sasha. If Sasha saw the boar right now, they could get home and maybe get a snake out by the time the boar is here. The boar is going to be out in what? 20, 30 seconds? It's going to take 40 seconds for one snake to spawn, right? It's 20 seconds for the warren and 20 seconds for the unit. So with 2 snake warrens, could potentially have 2 snakes by the time the boar shows up. It's going to be very, very close, though. Yeah, no, I think the snakes will be out in time. Because the boar will hit the board a little bit faster, but the board's got to waddle all the way over. And by that time, the snakes will be here. And Sasha has very good snake control. This boar is going to go down very, very quickly to poison, most likely. But let's find out. Tosh may not even commit to the attack. No, he's going to start moving in with the lizards. Does see the snakes, so... Tosh wants to try to kill these snakes before the engagement even happens. Sasha trying to flank with these lizards. Very smart play from Tosh there. And now this boar can roast down the lizards ideally. With Tosh's reinforcing tier 1 coming in to support. This is looking good for Tosh, but a single snake is going to be all you need to kill this boar. It goes down so fast. After all that hard work, Tosh loses the boar anyways. But deals a significant blow there. Knocks out the expansion of Sasha, which had a lot of farms on it. But keep in mind, I mean, Tasha's economy has been pretty behind most of this game. By knocking out that economy, now Tosh has kind of gone back to being at par with Sasha, not necessarily ahead. And Tosh going to try to go for the Falcons, which can deal with the snakes quite nicely, but I think Sasha might just have a big enough army here to push in. I mean, lots of tier 2. Tosh's Falcons are not going to be up in time. Again, Tosh is going to try to engage with the lizards onto the snakes, but Sasha's just going to have too much here. This might be it for Tosh. It'd be cool. You know, we gotta root for the challengers here, right? Because we're not gonna see Mishi games if nobody beats Sasha. And granted, we do have Tataka there in the grand finals. But can anyone else manage to beat our quartermaster player here? Tosh is starving. One last hurrah. Pour one out for the boys on the way over with these lizards. Sasha scouting the main base of Tosh. Sees that he's got nothing left. Could knock out that campfire, but at this point, it is futile. Tosh will starve to death. Gonna make his last stand here in the water. And that'll be it. Tosh eliminated, but hey, making it all the way to Sasha is no small feat. And what else do we have for Sasha games here? We've got Floor. Oh man, how many lives does Floor have left? Oh wait, I think Floor died. Yeah, Floor's dead. These are dummy games. Sorry. I have the memory of a goldfish. Okay. So I think that means all we have left is Tandor. Because Lupus is dead too, right? Yes. Alright. So maybe Tandor makes it through. 1 life left for Tandor. So pretty much in the same boat as Tosh was. Has to win twice. So let's see if Tandor can make it happen here. The right-hand side, Sasha. And on the left-hand side, Tandor Draco, a.k.a. Mini. And again, Sasha, good strategy here, just saying, hey, I've only got to win once. So might as well bring the thunder in the first game. So yeah, let's see if Tander can make it happen. The ferret balloon turret style is something that we saw Mishi pilot against Wolf Owl with good results. So let's see if Tander has what it takes to win some games against Sasha here. And either way, we will have Tataka versus Mishi, so we will get to see the extra stage after this. But the question is, will Tandor make it to the extra stage as well? And then after that, I'm going to talk a little bit about the winter finals. So, just a refresh on the format while this game gets underway. There was a summer open, a spring open, and a fall open where players competed in the 2021 duels format is either challenges or bosses with all the different rules. And they've been accumulating points throughout the different seasons. And the top players qualify for the winter series of 2021, which is kind of like the last single elim tournament that it all comes down to crown our 2021 duels overall victor of the year. And we will go into how that works after the Mishi matches. And there's a prize pool for that. There is a prize pool of 100 euros, which is super awesome. Split up again between the last, or at least quarterfinals, I think. I think the top 4 people will receive a prize. I'll have to review all that, but we'll take a look at that later. Right now, Sasha coming in with some lizards here. Gonna force a cancel on that farm. Nice reaction there by Tandor. And Tandor gonna trade pretty nicely with the squirrels. So Tander kind of stuck in the base. Hasn't really got to go scout in a minute. Tander is off now. Needs to see that expansion. Needs to see the skunks, ideally. Does see the expansion with the single farm. Tander decides that's all they need to know for now. Sasha going to come in for the scout. See that the farming is happening on Tandor's side. And Sasha going to roll with Lizard Skunk. Not sure if this is just mostly going to be defensive to kind of macro up and get into the Wolf Owl, or if they're going to decide to move out and try to get something done across the map. But yeah, been a little bit of a rocky day today. Apologize about that, everybody. Had a couple replay issues. The voice connection with Tosh was a little sporadic earlier on, but that's okay. We're still having fun. This little scout skunk over here. Tander actually can't run all the way around, so kind of curious. Oh no, that's a hidden skunk is what it's doing. Sasha is just hiding that skunk against the enemy scout. And yeah, Tander not really committing to much tech so far. There's some skunks on their end. Did see the tier 2 Warren earlier. Might think it's a snake or something though. Actually might not have even seen the tier 2 Warren, but Sasha's gonna move in and start poking with these skunks. Gonna be hard to do though against the turrets and up the high ground, no vision. So Sasha just gonna go home and say, you know what? There's no reason for me to press the issue right now. I can just get into the Wolf Owl and win in the late game. Mini with the double skunk approach though might be able to try to get something done with an attack. Double skunk is a lot of HP to try to bust through. Gonna go ahead and just try to match the eco for now. And hasn't seen the tier 3, probably won't. This would be an important scout for Mini, but Snake's already on the way, so that's pretty nice. Don't see the big owl throwdown yet, probably soon. I think players typically throw down 2 owls. Yeah, I wanted to wait to pay for that wolf first. Makes sense. Maybe sell out of some tier 1 and get into the owls. Gonna hide the Warrens as best as they can. Meanwhile, Mini continuing to macro up. Build a bit of a skirmish point here with some defense. And turrets can do pretty nicely against mice. you do need this kind of mass quantity of them to be cost effective. You don't want them to really be dying in the waves. And also on this patch, since the snakes can hit the buildings, that's another reason why this wolf owl composition was so strong. Because they don't need ferrets or anything like that to kill the defenses pretty much for free. Nice scout here from Tandor. Sees Sasha's commander running up, follows him up there, knows that she's trying to take that 12 o'clock base. But I don't think Tandor really knows for certain that it's wolf owl. Probably can piece it together, right? Seen the skunks, seen the turrets. I don't think they've seen snakes yet from Sasha, although Sasha does have quite a few now. All that Sasha's really needs to do now is just throw down more and more owls as the economy permits. And from there, it should be pretty straightforward wolf owl play. Here we go. Some engagements are starting to happen here at this choke point. Both players with some defenses. So many turrets here from Sasha. That's going to be very difficult for Mini to break through. But it does have ferrets, so that'll make it quite a bit easier. Sasha coming in from the north, going to try to bust down these defenses. Loses a snake or two. But overall, hanging on pretty strong. And Tandor can start this ferret siege on those turrets, but the question is, will it be too slow? Wow, that skunk actually living. That's very nice for Tandor. More and more mice trickling in, but Sasha really needs more than one owl. Owl number 2 on the way. And this 12 o'clock base is getting saturated. Sasha continuing to macro up. This is kind of a really odd and kind of cool spot for a battle with this terrain in the center, like splitting up the battlefield. Tandor's army is starting to get a bit bruised up here. And the war of attrition will eventually favor the wolf owl player. Tandor really needs to do something like get a pick on that wolf or on one of the owls, target fire down with the snakes. I think that's really the path to victory here. And Tandor is trying to do just that. Starting to get some snake tags. 4 snake tags on the wolf. Will it be enough? It's gonna be close. Oh my gosh, 4 HP. Just needed one more tag. Tandor wants it so bad. The commander goes down though. And his units are just gonna run into the turrets here. Man, if that wolf went down, maybe Tandor would have a chance. Tandor does have the better economy. But yeah, that is going to be it. Ugh, losing the commander. If Tandor could have just got one more hit in on that wolf, keep the commander alive, maybe Tandor could come back. But you can see on the army graph where that commander died. Okay, so what that means is all we have left is Tataka versus Mishi. So that means I have to go on to the proper version of the game here. So give me just 1 second. Almost ready. Game is booting back up. I've got to do some replay juggling in the back. Okay. Almost there. Yeah, I'm not sure what's coming up next for Tooth and Tail as far as events goes. I mean, obviously the Winter Series would be the next thing, duh. Okay. This should work. All right. Yeah, I might get in some more ranked streams. I had a lot of fun when I did that the other day. So we are gonna have Tataka versus Mishi. extra stage technically, but for the sake of space here. And let's take a look at these extra stage rules. Okay. So, challengers' lives are reset to 2 before facing the extra boss. Extra boss must be beaten 3 times. Okay. So, alright, I'll keep that in mind for my scoreboard. Theme Horseman. Deck size 5. Mirror. Predetermined decks. Okay. So, game 1 is going to be Squirrel, Pigeon, Ferret, Mine, Turret. And the theme is Conquest. Like the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Game 2 is War. Lizard, Toad, Falcon, Boar, Artie. Game 3 is Famine. Oh man, I hope we see a Game 3. Pigeon, Wolf, Fox, Wire, Mine. And Game 4 is Death. With Squirrel, Skunk, Snake, Badger, Owl. Okay, super cool. Alright, so let me see if I can make the scoreboard. Alright, so you gotta beat the commander 3 times. So what if I just put like a 3 over here? Like that. Does that seem cool? That's kind of saying like, hey, that's the countdown for how many times you gotta beat Mishi. Alright, yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, I'm excited at least one person made it this far, and we're actually seeing this stage, so it's going to be fun, and let's get into it. Mirror decks, and Mishi versus Tataka, the grand finals of the Premier League here, over again, except for now they are subjugated to the gentleman's weird rules. So let's do this. Alright, in the top, we've got Mishi, and in the bottom right, Tataka. Alright, so Ferret, Mine, Turrets. Well, the turrets are interesting in a sense where, I mean, both players have the turret counter right there in their deck, right? The ferrets. But if somebody wants to try to not use the ferrets, maybe go for a lot of squirrels or something like that, the turrets actually could be useful to defend. Turrets are quite nice against Mass Tier 1. And meanwhile, it seems like the mines are the kind of counter to the ferret in a way. Like, you could throw down a bunch of mines and, you know, get the opponent to chase your ferrets into mines, that sort of thing. So I'm really curious how the players are going to decide to go with this one. You could just kind of ignore. That's the problem sometimes with some of these fun rule sets, is the players can just kind of ignore the theme of it and just, like, for example, Mishi could just decide to do nothing but build squirrels or go squirrel mine or something like that. Would love to see some ferret play here, but I don't think it's 100% guaranteed. The map looks better for Tataka. Got this nice pocket base here in the back that's going to be very useful with this siege. Also, this high ground is kind of huge. I feel like Mishi's at a pretty big disadvantage where the map currently stands, because Tataka will be able to stand on this high ground and siege this base that Mishi seems to be going for. I'm a little bit surprised Mishi's not deciding to go expand west. Maybe Mishi hasn't found... No, Mishi's done a good job of getting the lay of the land. Tataka's going to immediately move out and pressure this expansion. Also taking their own on the back end. Mishi should be fine to defend this, though. This is the new patch, so these mills spawn with quite a lot less HP. Yeah, Mishi works this very, very easily. Maybe a bit of a blunder there from Tataka. And Mishi feeling like they have a bit of a unit lead. Gonna push in here for some damage. Gonna get a pig. Gonna have to commit pretty hard to it. But yeah, it does kill a pig, which is huge. Now the question is, will Mishi have enough on the back end for Tataka's counterattack? I believe so. Tataka gonna throw down some farms here. Mishi down a tier 1 Warren. Gonna go ahead and throw down some turrets. In a pretty decent position to prevent Tataka from like going around and hitting the main. That's gonna be a little bit harder. But yeah, we don't see any ferrets yet. just got to let this one go a little bit longer. Mishi farming up. Tataka as well. So we might get into some proper 2-base economies here. So look at about a minute and a half until the 5-minute mark. Yeah, Mishi on full 2-base saturation at the moment. Tataka should scout this, should go home and match. That's really what Tataka was looking for. Good mine placement here, by the way. And very well-timed mine placement right as Mishi's scouting the main. So Tataka knows that Mishi has not seen these mines. And the ferrets are on the way here for Mishi. Man, if Tataka can bait a fight, though, I just feel like, yeah, ferrets on the way for Tataka, too. I just feel like this is going to be such a strong point for Tataka to push into Mishi. And it looks like Tataka is selling off some mines that Mishi kind of caught him red-handed building. And Mishi's got to be aware of this high ground versus low ground discrepancy here, so Mishi probably wants to try to take the fight more around where Tataka's standing, up here where they're both on the high ground. But if Tataka can bait the start of this fight into these 3 mines, that's going to be absolutely huge for them. Mishi really going crazy on the ferrets, going to get up to 6, which is going to be pretty hype. Alright, big pickups there for Mishi, getting 120 food for free in between the mills and the mines. So many ferrets on the way for Mishi, this is pretty cool. Alright, the big fight's gonna happen. Tataka's trying to target down these ferrets and does so pretty quickly. Yeah, this looks like a big win for Tataka. It's actually a pretty even trade according to the army value graph. Oh, okay. That actually was a pretty good mine hit for Mishi. Doesn't deal too much damage. So many ferrets here for Mishi. This is going to be crazy. Like, once you get up to 8 ferrets, they get a lot more consistent. Because, like, just throwing down all these random hits. I mean, like, look how many squirrels actually just die to these volleys now. You know, like, every time a volley goes out, like, 3 or 4 squirrels will go down. So if Mishi can keep kiting with the ferrets, probably needs to stop kiting with the squirrels though, let them tank up front. Mishi actually gets a lot of squirrel kills in between the actual hard engage. But now Tataka's on the back burner. So many ferrets here for Mishi. Tataka gonna start trying to focus fire these down, but the pigeons really helping keep them alive. And Mishi playing the theme a little bit better than Tataka, I gotta say. Tataka mostly massing up on squirrels and building just a couple ferrets. Now that Mishi has this armada of ferrets, yeah, it's going to get a lot more consistent on actually hitting the enemy here. As I say that, almost every shot misses, but you know what I mean. Yeah, here we go. That should be a good volley. Yeah, 3 or 4 squirrels die there. Yeah, these pigeons really helping keep these units alive. This is so awesome to see. Gotta be careful on the overkill, though. Like, I just saw, like, all 5 ferrets shoot down, like, 1 squirrel. Obliterated into a million pieces. But I think Mishi eventually wins this. It's gonna be hard for Tataka to really get a critical mass to fight this headlong, which he's gotta do, because if you kind of wait around, the ferrets are going to continue shelling you anyways. So this should be a tap here from Tataka. Looks like Mishi will be taking match number 1. And there it is. Okay. Which means Tataka falls down to 1 life. So Tataka needs to win the rest of the matches here. Mishi claiming Horse 1 Conquest. Let's see who wins for Horseman number 2. I think it's War this time? War, yeah. Alright. Yeah, on the left-hand side, fresh off a win, Mishi, and over on the right, needing to win here, or else this stream is over, Tataka. And again, mirror matchups. Lizard, Toad, Falcon, Boar, Artie. Now, Mishi is a damn good artillery player. And this map seems a little bit fairly even. I would say a little favored for Mishi. Obviously, as a fourth mill kind of on their side. And this middle ground extends out a bit farther for Mishi. So in theory, Mishi could start building artillery and stuff up here. But what are we most likely going to see this game? Maybe a lot of Lizard, Toad, like a prolonged Tier 1 phase, I think is probably most likely. I mean, both these players do like to macro up, so we might get a gentleman's agreement here, where they both kind of shake hands and go to 16 farms. Also a possibility. And Mishi, that seems to be the way that Mishi is looking to play. Both players going for an 8-farm mill here. So yeah, I would not be surprised actually to see them kind of power up in the early game. The map is a nice mid-range map here. The rush distance isn't too short or long. It's kind of the Goldilocks map here. I'm having trouble talking today. I'm sorry, everybody. So yeah, I think what this is going to be is a lot of scouting and just greeting up to full 8 farms on that second base. Each player going to kind of scout one another and say, okay, cool, they're farming, so I can keep farming. And getting that feedback loop. Unless somebody wants to be sneaky, that would probably have to be right here, though. You sell the farms, build more warrens. Nope. And then the question is, what are they going to do with that strong economy? Are they going to go right into the boar? Are they going to go into artillery? I don't foresee Falcons just yet. I think the Falcons are going to be a very late game choice. I'd be surprised if we saw Falcons before a boar goes down. I think the Falcons might be the response to the boar. But I think what's most likely here is just a lot of Lizard Toad and trying to out-micro your opponent, out-esports them, get the better trades. What is fun about Lizard Toad is that it is very skill-dependent. There's a lot of wiggle room for kind of dodging toads or trying to get that right toad connection. Trying to blow up, I don't know, 6 toads from the enemy with 3 of yours. Stuff like that. Tataka gonna go for the boar. Mishi should be able to scout that. So this is a very important scout for Mishi. Oh, Mishi, no, does not see the boar. Okay, well, Mishi gets one more scout, right? Okay, well, gets the Falcons anyways, so maybe Mishi's, yeah, then decides against it. Gonna go for their own boar instead. I was gonna say, Mishi has like one more scout to see this boar, right? Because if Mishi scouted now and then scouts the boar, still got about a minute to respond. But Mishi's not going for the follow-up scout just yet. However, Mishi does have their own boar going, so should be fine. Now gonna see the boar, okay. So Mishi should be fine with that. Sees the Falcons, though. Probably not gonna be happy that they're behind on Falcons. I imagine Mishi is gonna want to sell some Tier 1 for Falcons here. Should have enough time to get one spawn out of the Warrens by the time the boar gets here. Well, it's going to be close, to be honest. And from Tataka's side of things, pulling ahead on economy still hasn't done the scout on the opponent's board just yet. And really, we need to be rooting for Tataka here, chat. Because if Mishi wins, then that's it. Game over. But if Tataka wins here, we get to see more matches. And Tataka's boar has spawned. And we are getting to big fat macro here. So this 4th base could actually really kind of make or break the game. And it's kind of anybody's 4th base, yeah. And Tataka's going to take it. And I do agree, Zen in chat was saying this map's not too great for Artie. But using the Artie to defend this 4th base would be fantastic. And Mishi going to go ahead and grab an artillery to defend their 3 bases. But I mean, if this is just going to continue to be a big macro game, yeah, both players have boars and nobody's really moved out with them. They're starting to transition to Mass Falcon as well. Oh, Mishi needs to see this base. Mishi does not. Mishi's going for it, going for the throat. But I think Tataka's got plenty right here. He's got 6 Falcons. Oh, Mishi still doesn't know about this 4th. It's so important. Alright, gonna scout it now. Nice due diligence here from Mishi. That should be an easy kill. You could just even rally the lizards over to it. Yeah, that's what Mishi decides to do. I mean, whoever claims this base... This is going to be the base that decides the game, right? If it comes down to a war of attrition. It looks like it's just coming down to Mass Falcons. And Tataka's winning on that regard. Which, again... We want Tataka to win here, so we get to see more. We are biased, this cast. When we get to the last game, where it's like whoever wins this wins, then alright, you can cheer for Mishi again. But for a while, Mishi is the villain. And Tataka is our noble hero. Going up to 24 Falcons. Just gonna sell everything for Falcons. But Mishi has claimed the 4th base, which is a problem for Tataka. And Mishi's also starting the artillery. But when this becomes just pure Falcons, the artillery doesn't matter anymore. Tataka keeping that one starvation farm available. Just in case this becomes a really prolonged, scrappy game. They have somewhere to build a farm and not die to starvation. I mean, Tataka's got the Falcon lead, but at the same time, Mishi does have so many lizards that might help. But, I mean, an 11 Falcon lead, but this is so hard. These are such deathball armies. I mean, it's going to be one big engagement to rule them all here. And Tataka's going to go for it, now or never. Tataka's commander dies immediately. But you don't really need a lot of target fire in this engage anyways. And look at that. Tataka's superior Falcon numbers just slamming all the Falcons of Mishi. All the lizards that Mishi had ended up going down to the boar bombs. And I think Tataka just stomps through. So a little disappointed we didn't have a big like lizard toad phase. Well, let's see if these reinforcements. Tataka, I like adding in the couple toads here. Another boar being built as well. Tataka really just needs to keep the Falcon count of Mishi low. Not let Mishi get back to the critical mass. But yeah, we had an opportunity for like a big lizard toad phase this game that kind of got skipped right to the Mass Falcon. So cool, Tataka gets a win on the board, dropping Mishi down to 2 lives left. And our next theme is famine. Oh man, I'm so hyped for this one. This is gonna be good. Oh gosh. Oh geez. Here we go. How do you win this game? Bottom Mishi. Into the right Tataka. Like, none of these units actually hit the opponent's buildings. You just win by killing all their pigs. Deny the farms, yeah. Famine. I guess that's the the theme of the battle here. That does make sense. The only way to actually win is if your opponent surrenders or if they succumb to the famine. Alright. I'd like to see a fast fox, right? Like a go for a 4-farm fox, you know? Show some bravery here. Yeah, Tataka, my man. 5-farm fox. Oh, they're both doing it, of course. It makes sense. You want to get your fox out first. I like how Tataka was, like, thinking about placing the fox back here somewhere. Like it mattered to hide it or defend it. It's like, oh wait, he can never kill this Warren. You can just place it anywhere you want. Oh, look at these mines from Tataka. Did Mishi see him? But even if you see the mines, you have to step on it. The fox can't shoot the mines. So really, oh, Mishi sold him. Wait, you could just build the mines right by the fox warren? Oh my gosh, wait a second. Actually, the fact that Tataka built this warren next to some, next to some farms is really helping them out. Oh, poor Tataka, probably upset that they didn't think of the same thing. Just totally surround the... Oh, no, but they can't because the pigs would shoot down the mines. So this warren placement actually was important. Alright, Tataka's really got to hope that the fox doesn't spawn right to death. This is hilarious. So the fact that Mishi put the warren by the pigs was very, very huge. And yeah, I guess you would eventually use a wolf to, like, minesweep for you. The fox dies in 2 mine hits. Oh my god! 3 mine hits, I guess, but... Oh my god, Mishi, sign my mouse pad, dude. What even is that? Alright, yeah, Tataka builds his own mines there. Smart. But Mishi's been building so many mines that their fox has been delayed quite a bit. Oh, wait, no, Mishi's fox died too. Oh, and I missed it. Thanks for calling that out, Studios. Yeah, Mishi must have rallied the fox right into these 3 mines here. So it's 3 mines to kill a fox. So you put the wire around your fox warren. That's so smart. Ah, I can't believe I lost the, I missed the fox hit here. Tataka putting the mines right back in the same place. And we'll actually get the fox out. Mishi taking that bill, that's also super annoying. Oh, and Tataka's gonna start the fox hitting. Mishi's commander's dead, but Tataka is not targeting Mishi's fox. Mishi's gonna win this. Oh, Tataka gets out of range just in time. Oh, man. If Mishi loses that fox again, the same way. This is very... So the way that you win this is you bait your opponent's fox to shoot your commander and get it on cooldown. And that way your fox gets the first hit off on their fox. Because it's 2 hits to kill a full HP fox, so you want them to waste a hit on your commander, right? Alright, Tataka feeling a little bit more confident here, selling a bit of barbed wire. Double fox on the way for Tataka, that way they can just get the 1 shot on Mishi's fox here. And Mishi also opting for the double fox. We might be getting into a longer game here. Yeah, Mishi did take a lot of the mills. And there's nothing that Tataka can do about it. But Tataka got 1 mill, which is all you need, I guess. This is a very odd game. I love it. It's a shame this is going to be the only match we see of it. Alright, Tataka's actually got the 2nd fox being paid for, so I wonder if that's when Tataka's really going to get aggressive. Great mine placement here from Mishi. Mishi's 2nd fox is blocked at the moment. Tataka double fox up. More and more mines being placed down. Mishi wants to bait Tataka to move in, get those mine hits off. Mishi's 2nd fox is almost here. Economy's pretty similar. Mishi's starting to pull ahead again. But the 2nd base is all Tataka's gonna get. He's got no way to get rid of these manor mills that Mishi has been placing down everywhere. And as Mishi just continues to add more and more mines. Ooh! Oh, there we go. Nice shot by Tataka. Mishi can hit each one once, though. Oh my god, Mishi with 1 HP left. The only fox in the game. Not really a good spot to heal it up, unfortunately, either. All the water is on Tataka's side. Which is actually important in this match. If Mishi had like a little patch of water or something, heal that fox up a little bit quicker. Tataka going up to 3 foxes now. I think it's just going to continue to be more and more of a minefield. I think Mishi can just build more and more mines. Tataka can't do anything about the mines unless Tataka gets into a wolf, I'd imagine. How much HP does a wolf have? No, I know fox is like 24 or something. But you could use a wolf and some pigeons to minesweep. Oh, that's so risky. Because now those are one-shot road, and now Tataka is going to take advantage of the pond on his side of the map. Fox number 3 on the way. And getting this many foxes, now you... Oh, mines take out a fox. Mishi, more mines going off, but Tataka just going to run home and let these foxes play in the water for a little bit, get that HP back up. Fox number 4 on the way. And now we're at the point where targeting the enemy commander might become a viable strategy. I don't think Tataka wants to move out just yet. Okay, it looks like foxes have 25 HP. I think they deal 24 damage a hit, leave the opponent at 1 HP. Ooh! Almost could have snagged that fox there. But yeah, with this amount of foxes, Tataka can kill Mishi, kill the commander, and then the fox unmicroed. Be easy picking. Mishi is going to commit to the wolf pigeon here. Most likely for the mine sweeping. And then also, of course, you do get the wolf buff on the fox, on your pigs. That's all good stuff. Yeah, as Fish Guy in the chat is pointing out, you can also use the wolf to buff the speed that the foxes produce. Pow, pow, pow. Alright, so the mine sweeping. Oh yeah, the wolf has 50 HP. It's going to be able to clear out these mines pretty well. Ooh! Needs to be careful. Yeah, it looks like mines deal 10 damage, so you can pretty safely sweep with the wolf. You just don't want to get too far forward and let the foxes hit it! Oh, there we go! Such carnage. 2 tier 3 going down for both sides. One of those being the wolf on Mishi's side. Economy is a problem for Tataka. Tataka has a lot of mines placed. Mishi really has 3 bases worth of economy, while Tataka only has 2. Although, Mishi actually building any pigs on this middle base is pretty risky. Because it's elementary for Tataka to just walk up and snipe the pigs. Tataka is going for the wolf himself. And another wolf on the way for Mishi. What a strange game. Oh, it's a bait pig, says Heartseed. Yeah, that makes sense. Try to get it. Come on, don't you want this bacon? Ooh, some barbed wire coming down. We haven't seen barbed wire yet. Ooh, alright. Was that 1 for 1, or did Mishi not lose a fox? I don't think Mishi lost a fox. Damn it, another fox going down for Tataka. He's going to have to ditch the wolf concept here. This is getting rough for Tataka. His economy's in the dumps. He's got a lot of units and mines that just aren't doing anything. Especially on the west side of the map here. And these wolf buff foxes will be able to snipe Tataka's fox, no problem. Tataka really wanting to get this wolf as it goes out to minesweep. Oh man, I think Mishi is solving the puzzle here. I can't do the mines outside the fox warren at the beginning. That was pretty amazing. Ooh. Commander soaking the hits there. That's a dead fox at 1 HP. Got the 2 foxes, but Mishi's not going to let him heal this time. Oh, this is so stressful. Ooh, and Tataka just tap. Yeah, GG. That was fun. But Mishi will be our victor. Nice try by Tataka. Tataka getting farther than anybody else. Well, technically, Tataka won. Well, I don't know. It's kind of weird in this event, but Tataka made it. The way I understand it, he made it through. Like, he beat the fall open, since Sasha was technically the final stage, and then just couldn't quite win the extra stage. Okay, so that is it. But before we go here, I'm going to talk a little bit about the winter finals. Let me load some things up. Alrighty. So the winter finals is going to start in about 2 weeks, and it's going to be open to the 24 best 2021 duels ranked participants who sign up. Currently, 18 out of those 24 have signed up. And go ahead and sign up if you're interested in this and you think your score is, like, pretty decent, because if somebody that, like, let's say Meek decides not to sign up, well, that's a spot that opens up for somebody else, right? So if you are interested in the event, sign up for it, reach out to Gent, even if you don't necessarily qualify, because some of the people that do qualify might opt not to play. And there is a prize that is here. So 100 euros. That is a symbol for a euro, right? 50 for the winner's the finalist, or the winner, I guess. 25 for second place, 10 for third place, and 5 euros for the top scorer of each open series. So if we go to our winter finals here, the top 24 players technically have a ticket in. So we're looking at Meek, Tataka, Melvinfro, Heartseed, Araloo, Sasha, Epicosity, Zen, Kalaru, Lego Man. Who else we got here? Tosh, QQ, this guy, Mishi, Nightslayer, Horus the Holy, Rattan, Lilith, Satoros, Cactus, The Kid, Goris, Kerpa, and Tandor all technically qualified. But again, if you are not one of these top 24 players, you might still be able to play if one of these other players are not able to make it. So keep that in mind. And it should be starting up pretty soon. Again, in a couple weeks. So, yeah, I guess that'll be the next event I will be covering. I may kick on a stream just for some ranked games or something in the meantime. But that is it, everybody. Congratulations to Tataka for making it the farthest. Can I look at... Let me see. I want to see if I can just look at like how everybody scored in the fall open. Here we go. Alright, so Sasha was the winner of the fall open. Almost everybody who made it to Sasha died to Sasha. Tataka, the only one who made it past. Followed up by Heartseed. Mishi as well. I don't know if this is correct. Fall open standings. Alright then, there you go. Goris also doing quite nicely. So there it is, folks. Everybody, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I'll catch you next time. I'll probably do a ranked stream at the very least to kind of hype up the winter finals of the 2021 duels and make sure everybody knows when that's happening. So, yeah, I think when Gentleman kind of hammers out all the details on that, gets his bracket together, gets some dates, I will do a stream to promote it. So that'll probably be the next time you guys see me in about a week or so. Mishi gets points based on how many people didn't get to Mishi. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, that's true. And Gentleman was not updating on the stream, so those finals might be a little different next time. But, anywho, take it easy, everybody. I will catch y'all later when I know more details on the winter finals. So have a good rest of your day. Take it easy.